Just wanna love you better. I got a sick fetish with knocking bitches off of Reddit. That DM came through, they got my chick, never read it. Cause a woman scoring is something that you'll regret it. Doing shit just to be petty, situation can get hectic, huh? Two different mindsets, it's like I got a clone. Don't wanna be alone, but acting single when I'm alone. Cause don't no nigga want another nigga on his throne. Mad sliding with the chrome, finna call that nigga home. Damn, shit can get complicated if you let it. Picturing Jasmine's face on my girl face when we sexing. Damn, wait, I need a second. Why did I go forward with it? If it was something I wasn't trying to get, I don't get it. I guess I'll never get it. Why break this girl heart being reckless? Taking chances, figuring out ways to make my cover up better. I know my mama raised me better, but my daddy raised me clever. Going through shit in my head like if she say this, I'ma say that. And when she accuse me of this, I'll reply back. Okay, wait, now before I hit back, let me come up with a destination we can meet at. Complicated. I'm a man, I can't help it. How could I sit here and act selfish with a woman who acts so selfless? Damn, but the way her ass moves, it's like I'm in a trance, trying to figure out if there's room for me up in them pants. Man, I should've never glanced, but I ain't gon' lie, if I had a second chance, I would've done this shit again. Man, it's just a man in me to take that risk and act on it. I won't regret, cause I never done it. If it's alright with you. Wait, I just got a text. My side bitch says she laid up on her period, and if it's true, then she keeping it. Damn, how I'm finna explain this shit to my chick? ViciousV. Yeah. KT37 was good, my nigga. Yeah. Doodle was happening. Yeah. Yeah. I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money.
Only smoke gas with a match at. You ain't smoking my weed, nigga, match that. You don't fuck with my team, nigga, back. Put holes in your head like a snapback, yeah. Ain't it fantastic how I grind hard like a nigga never had shit? And when they come in, make the money do a backflip. I'm the shit, you just piss on the kid mattress, yeah. Do the day, give a fuck what you say. Getting head by a bad bitch on a Tuesday, cream brulee. You a fruitcake, we gon' spit dope like a dope fiend with a toothache. In the hood, where it's good at. Never getting cheese for the hood rat. She better be a bad bitch. Come with cash and flash, you do today, so fantastic.
I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money.
She super flexin', like the way she move her body. She get to the paper, keep a nigga all off and product, like too much sauce. But these hoes still wanna holler. I get to the bread, baby. All you hoes can keep them problems. Look at the wrist, look at the wrist, look at the way that it drips. Look at my whip, look at my bitch. Come and just take me a flick. The way I'm sliding, all you niggas still fucking mad. Look at the money like fuck the bitch. Nigga, just get to the bag. There go the task. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the dash so fast. Gotta have cash. Oh, no, where do I go? Straight to the money and back out of space. Spitting the game and keeping them laced. Baby, just come here, I'll give you a taste. Baby, just come here, I'll give you a taste.
I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Step out the shower looking real lavish. Yo bitch laying on my mattress. She told me my dick ain't fantastic. Back to the grind. I sent the whole pack in. Blow a whole stack. My wrist game vicious. Just might pull a few bitches. Only know one thing, and that is go get it. I'm talking that traction. I'm talking that grit. Back-to-back transactions. Pull up in a whip with a bitch named Jessica. Like Mr. Fantastic. All the design. Make a few comments just for a walkthrough. Ain't cap on no play if it's phone. I let that chopper talk to you. I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. I look fantastic. My wrist fantastic. My whip fantastic. My bitch fantastic. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Look at the young nigga getting this money. Look at this young nigga getting this money. Getting this money. Yeah. So marvelous, baby. Come take this trip with me. Yeah. She want them gold roses on that wrist, from that wrist. Body, mind blowing. I set that tongue emotion, hard with the drip. Yeah. All we do is swish. We do big shit. We do big shit. Yeah. I just wanna cut all night. I just wanna cut all night. I'ma drink till this pain feel right. All blues like Ratatouille. My bitch bad and bougie. Quick to throw a coochie. Yeah. I told her that shit don't move. She asked me what's my deal. This pain I'm trying to heal. Niggas use me out for self. They give a fuck how I feel. Fuck how I feel. Hard on shit. Went from potted meat. What up? Now I'm big time. Yeah. My back they talk behind. Had to drop them niggas. Man, they left me no option. We finna get it popping pretty soon, man. Welcome to the weekend show with your boy ViciousV. Niggas count me out. At least they count. I got my 40 acres. Yeah. No more public housing. She want them gold roses on that wrist, from that wrist. Body, mind blowing. I set that tongue emotion, hard with the drip. Yeah. All we do is swish. We do big shit. We do big shit. Yeah. If it's alright, I just wanna cut all night. I just wanna cut all night. I'ma drink till this pain feel right. Remaining optimistic, locking down all positions. Next year is mine. Yeah. That 2020 vision. 24 gonna make it model. Yeah. Vacation trips to Cabo. Suffer my consequences. Yeah. A hard pill to swallow. Cause ain't no getting right. Shit you did ain't sit right. It ain't sit right. Getting long nights. Yeah. To prove myself right. It ain't sit right. Getting long nights. Yeah. To prove myself right. I kinda to make. Yeah. I doubled up the stakes. Did what it takes. Still ain't seen it pay. Shit hit me where it hurts. Major moves in the works. I know my temper short fuse, just like fireworks. Had the soul search, meal ticket off the merch. She said my heart good, just need to put myself. She want them gold roses on that wrist, from that wrist. Body, mind blowing. I set that tongue emotion, hard with the drip. Yeah. All we do is swish. We do big shit. We do big shit. Yeah. If it's alright, I just wanna cut all night. I just wanna cut all night. I'ma drink till this pain feel right. What's going on, everyone? I want to thank y'all, man. I don't know what's going on, but all my shit just got messed up. But it is what it is, man. We gonna keep it moving. We just gonna keep it on one thing. Anyway, what's poppin', everybody? Y'all is tuned in to the weekend show. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is it. So this is something new that we doing. You know what I'm saying?
just to gear up because we gearing up to get ready for Empire Builders to be dropping. So like I said, Empire Builders, after me and my boy Ade, we was talking. We was like, yeah, we gonna, focus on Empire Builders during the weekday. And then, I was like, well, cool. I just transitioned the ViciousV, channel to the weekends. And it's gonna be the weekend show with ViciousV. You know what I'm saying? So come kick it with your boy. So yeah, this is gonna be the pretty much first episode of the weekend show. And we finna get it cracking. And it's nothing new. It's gonna be the same old thing, right? So we just over here gonna do the same thing we've been doing, just on the weekends. I'm still gonna try to give y'all at least 2 hours of y'all time. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I need from y'all is 2 hours of y'all time to tap in and check in. And we gonna discuss the same topics. We gonna, of course, I'm gonna do my intros as y'all see. Every intro, all the music y'all hear on the intro, that's me. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all feeling the music, if y'all liking the music, man, just check me out, man. I'm on all digital platforms, all my projects, Real Richmond 1, Real Richmond 2, is on all digital platforms. I got a new project I dropped with Chuck T called Focus, so make sure y'all check that out. And then, yeah, make sure y'all please like, subscribe, follow, and support the merch, support the brand, realrichmond.com. Head to realrichmondllc.com. You know what I'm saying? For all my Niner fans out there, I got some Real Bay merch for y'all with the Niner colors and stuff. I got the beanies and the hats and all that stuff. Even though Niners ain't finna win after the day, but hey, hey, you feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna read a couple chats real quick. Let's see. Blow me 33 times. What's up, man? When you realize the Biden administration has ended and abetted enemies off the U.S. with their failed border policies, treasonous, and they lost 80% of their kids. That's facts. Keep up the good work. Love your music, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. That's love right there, man. Off top. And yeah, man, we're gonna get into that. Cause yeah, right now with what's going on, boy, it's seems like it's a civil war going on. Seems like this boy Biden just can't get it right. You know what I'm saying? Foreign policy is all screwed up, as well as his policies here at home is screwed up. Me personally, I feel there's no way this man is being reelected. I'm telling y'all, it's no way. But we gonna get into that pretty soon. And this is why I kind of cut the intro short. Usually I do at least probably like 4 or 5 songs, but I was like, man, we got a lot to discuss since we did transition this to the weekend show. So it's a lot that went through over this past week. So we finna go ahead and dive right into it. So first and foremost, what we getting into, which is what y'all see up on my Instagram right now, we're getting into X Trends. If y'all don't know what X Trends is, if y'all new to the show, this is pretty much where I go through X, formerly known as Twitter, just to see what's trending, what's going on, and I can do a quick reaction to that. And then, I kind of do some Instagram stuff too as well. So this is why I got my Instagram pulled up. So we finna get in to what I've seen that's been kind of trending on Instagram that's kind of worth, bringing forward to y'all. And like I said, just get my quick reaction. So let's get right to it. Yeah, this right here. When I saw this last night, I was like, what the F? So, y'all check this goofiness out right here.
Liebe Palästina, großer Zionismen. Liebe, liebe, liebe Palästina. Liebe, liebe, liebe Palästina. Liebe Palästina, großer Zionismen. Liebe Palästina, großer.
So, this is pretty much happening outside of the federal building in Oakland right now. So, reading the caption, this is by Oakland State of Mind. These sentences were painted outside of the U.S. federal courthouse in Oakland, California, where the first hearing was held yesterday for a case brought by Palestinian rights groups accusing President Biden and top officials of being complicit in Israel's genocide in Gaza. Lawyers representing Biden, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin attended Friday's proceedings. And y'all look right here. This is me right here, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram too, ViciousV official. Democrats brought this on themselves. They allowed this BS during the riots. Supporting this. Now look. I mean, it's facts. You know, what gets me, and, you know, even like me and my girl, we was talking about this. It's really funny how all these people is quick to support and rally. Y'all out here protesting, support, and rallying for stuff that ain't got nothing to do with America. Ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. For Oakland people to be rallying and supporting and doing all this stuff, painting the streets for this kind of stuff, y'all already been seeing what's been going on in Oakland lately. All the crime, in and out is closing, all this stuff going on. But no, we don't wanna address that. We want to address what's going on abroad. We want to put policies and, you know, put up money and lawsuits and all this stuff for all that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what gets me is, if y'all sitting here wanting to protest and rally, you know what I'm saying, for all this stuff and make a stance and make a statement, then why don't y'all go over there? Go over there and talk to Hamas and even talk to Israel about it. But y'all know y'all can't. The reason why y'all here is because y'all escaping the governments and how they was doing the people out there for a better life. Y'all know if y'all go over there and preach what y'all trying to, and protest what y'all doing out there, Hamas is going to probably behead y'all. They going to line y'all up in the Central Plaza, and they going to behead every single one of y'all. Because y'all don't have the same type of rights that this country gives you guys by being here. Y'all don't. Out there, y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what really gets me, is everybody want to talk mess about all this stuff and what's going on in this country, all while enjoying the safety and security that this country offers you. The freedom to express yourself and freedom of free speech and all this stuff that this country offers you. But yet you're talking about the country, you bashing the country, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I understand what's going on out there. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? U.S. has taken this position to, you know, support Israel. It's always been a long-standing position. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when 9/11 happened and all this stuff, Israel has, you know, supported us and aided us in providing us with intelligence and stuff like that. So, you know, that's just, you know, our allies, our country's allies, right? You know, when the whole Operation Iraqi Freedom and stuff was going on, Israel was right there, you know, offering aid and assistance however they can to us. So that's pretty much how it goes on. But when it comes to what's been going on out there in Israel and, you know, with Palestine and all this stuff and this whole, you know, taking of the land and things like that, this is stuff that goes back during the biblical days. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's, it's something that's, for me personally, it's not worth getting involved in. And especially out here in America, like I said, all this effort to protest and rally for this, when we as a country got our issues, people out here living miserable, homeless, living paycheck to paycheck. But that's fine. That's okay. We don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about what's going on abroad. Yeah. This is just, once again, California just being California, sadly. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff going on in California, especially in Oakland, and they ain't got nothing to say. What's going on with Stephen? What I say? Oh, I kind of wanted to see what Stephen A. Smith had to say about In-N-Out closing in Oakland. So let's look in. Let's listen in.
Their history spans 75 years. 75 years. They've got locations all over the country. But you know what is making news? This popular burger franchise, all right, in California, Oakland to be exact, is closing its only location in Oakland because of, quote, ongoing issues with crime. Do y'all understand how bad things have gotten? It's actually become dangerous to go out and get a hamburger or a cheeseburger. Now, if you grow up in urban areas and inner cities and things of that nature, and you understand sometimes it's rough, but it's rough everywhere. It's rough in rural and suburban areas. It's rough in urban areas. I get it. World is crazy. It's just crazy right now. I get that. But the reason why I bring this up, because my attitude is, what did y'all expect? The Golden State Warriors went across the bridge. They in San Fran. The Oakland Raiders departed for Vegas. The A's, after never thought I'd find myself talking about this, but y'all ever heard of?
Okay. So, I mean, hey, Stephen A. Smith is right. What y'all expect? And see, this is the problem with us out here in California is when all this stuff was going on, when the Oakland, Raiders was moving, Warriors was getting a stadium built abroad in Frisco, and then all of a sudden the A's was following. See, the thing was, well, they just trying to get money. They don't care about Oakland, the city. They just want to go somewhere. It's all a big money move. It's all a big, move to do this, do that. We'll see. This is what's problem with rich people. Rich people doing this. Rich people bad. And it was like, okay, the Oakland Raiders been saying all the issues and been complaining about all the issues that's been going on around the Coliseum. All the break-ins, all the fights. They had Bart right there. People would take Bart to go to the game, and it was always issues with that. Always issues on Bart. So people been sounding the alarm on issues around the Oakland Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? When the Warriors start doing their thing and started, everybody start flocking to to Oakland to go to a Warriors game, stuff start picking up then too. You know what I'm saying? They've been sounding the alarm on this. They've been saying. But nobody want to say nothing. You had the mayor over here, once again, want to play the whole rich people bad route. Nothing's wrong. The city, everything's okay out here in the Oakland. There's no issues. That's just rich people being rich people. They're how terrible. And everybody went with that BS. Everybody went with that BS. And that's what I'm saying. This whole issue with In-N-Out, like they was just showing. Let me go to because this is through Oakland State of Mind as well. But let me because I want to say Oakland State of Mind showed it too. Here it go right here. Look at this. This is right after. This is right after In-N-Out has announced that they're closing this store in Oakland. This is after they announced they closed it. Look what still continues to go on. This is at In-N-Out in Oakland. largely sitting there chilling, back and forth. Ain't no need to hurry up, grab and go, right? Ain't none of that. Taking our sweet little time. You know, we ain't in a rush. This is what I'm saying. So, video captures car burglars confronting and reportedly robbing a security guard while casually breaking into cars and stealing luggage from unsuspecting victims at the In-N-Out parking lot in Oakland. It's still going on right now. What did the Oakland mayor say? Oh, we're going to try to take efforts to step up patrols and this and that. You know, and In-N-Out was like, it's too late. It's too late. Now y'all want to do something. It's crazy. And on top of that, just real quick, let me go on YouTube. Kaiser. So Kaiser headquarters, Kaiser Permanente, which is a hospital, their headquarters is in Oakland, right? Downtown Oakland. They have Kaiser telling workers, hold on. Yeah, here we go. Let's go. So, oh, cool, Dad, I can play. So Kaiser's telling his workers not to leave during lunch breaks because of a lot of them was getting robbed. Let's look.
The building at
I know this is X-Trans, but I got to get the full content.
Workers at its headquarters in downtown Oakland to stay inside, and it's all about worries over crime. The message comes after some Kaiser employees were robbed as they went to get something to eat. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Meeback.
New at 6 tonight, our crime reporter Henry Lee tells us, well, it's a message about staying safe. Many disagree with what Kaiser is doing, including businesses that depend on those workers.
It's just kind of scary in general, not even just to go to work, but just kind of coming outside.
Ariel Crenshaw works for Kaiser Permanente, Oakland's largest private employer. The health plan has directed workers in Oakland to stay in their offices for work and lunch because of concerns over crime. Workers are being told to bring their own food or have it delivered.
I do agree. Why? Because...
So like I said, I'm not going to play the full one, but this is what's going on. And you know what? I do want to play one part of this because there was one lady that I was like, see, this is exactly what's going on in Oakland. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here she go. I'm going to play this for y'all.
But to live under a rock because something bad might happen is traumatizing in its own way as well.
It would be a policy to destroy Oakland. Having a large corporation tell them to stay in the building and bring lunch from home is atrocious.
So it's clear safety is in the eye.
Them people right there is exactly what's wrong with Oakland. Oh, okay, so and that's the problem. Y'all talking all that mess until it happens to you. This is what's problem. This is the issue in California as a whole. When I hear people talk about, like I said, oh my God, this is atrocious. This is going to kill Oakland. Oh my God, it's just a plot to destroy Oakland and the city. These the kind of people that's out here voting for Joe Biden right now. This right here is the people that votes for Joe Biden and votes for Gavin Newsom. This is why we got a messed up governor right now, because of people like those two. Oh, it's just a plot to destroy Oakland. Oh yeah, you shouldn't be over here worried about, living under a rock, when you go out and you have to worry about every time something bad happens to you. I mean, like, why? Until it happens to you. Let somebody run up on you. See, these are kind of people, I'd be like, okay, so if y'all see it's no problem, it's atrocious that the company wants to take those kind of measures because for some odd reason they're trying to just destroy the city. okay, well, I'm like, if y'all have no issues with what's going on, y'all don't see what the whole big fuss is. I'm like, yeah, I say, well, why don't you just let people know where you live and just leave your doors and, unlocked, especially at night. Leave your car doors unlocked too. Why lock your car when you go somewhere around Oakland? Why take your valuables out? Why do that? Just go ahead and leave it since you have no issue with it. Them the kind of people that talk all this mess, but then they don't practice what they preach. Them is the kind of people right here. Everybody that I see that comment and post on this talk about, yeah, man, see, this is why these corporations are bad. They over here doing stuff that's going to kill the city, all this stuff. Like I said, okay, but what about the crime? What about their workers getting robbed? Their workers are getting robbed when they go out for lunch, when they want to go patronize the downtown businesses and stuff like that. They're getting robbed. They don't feel safe no more. When they report back to their post, hey, man, what's going on in the economy? Oh, man, I got robbed, man. I was over here at such and such restaurant over here down the street, and, man, some guys came in and robbed us, and, So Kaiser is taking some steps and taking action on that. We'll say, well, hey, look, we recommend that you guys don't leave then. Go ahead and bring your lunch, or like they said, go ahead and get your lunch delivered. So that way you ain't got to worry about it, because we want to keep y'all safe. So in order for us, hey, we can't too much do nothing, but in order for us to, take some type of action, we're going to recommend you guys just don't leave for lunch. Now it's up to y'all if y'all want to do it, but y'all can't say that we didn't make no recommendations as a company. Y'all can't say that. We did. If y'all still want to go out and do what y'all do, go out and do what y'all do. That's it. Right? So, it's just craziness. It's craziness. So, all right, that's all we got. I'm going to go ahead and move on. I feel like I dived in too much on X trends. So, all right, y'all. That's pretty much y'all X trends. All right. So, we can go ahead and get to the next one. Man, let's just go ahead and dive right into it, man. Let's talk about this border. Let's talk about this border that's going on. So if y'all haven't seen, which I'm pretty sure y'all have, the Supreme Court has sided with the Biden administration on having Texas take down the razor wire and all the stuff that they put up to protect the, I'm doing the wrong one, to protect the border, right? So, of course, Texas has defied that order, and they're putting up more razor wire. They was like, no, we are going to put up more razor wire. So let's see. SCOTUS and Texas border. So governor-backed Texas. So yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, hold up. Supreme Court rules. Yeah, this is it right here. So let's take a look at it real quick.
With Clorox.
Turn this off. We can wait till these ads. But anyway, so I mean, this right here, this is the reason why SCOTUS and the founding fathers have pretty much set up a lot of, how they structured the laws and states' individual rights and stuff like that. This is the reason why. See, a lot of people don't understand how the law works. They feel like federal rights, federal when it comes to certain things supersedes states' rights. It's all depending, right? I mean, this is why it's, the United States of America. Every state has its individual freedoms and all this stuff. And then they pretty much, all the states pay the federal government to, it's like almost like an extra type of umbrella. So if things like natural disasters occur or war or anything that could be an issue to the United States of America, then we have the federal government step in. But that's the thing. People think it's the federal government's job to do everything, right? And this is why I try to tell people, state and local policies and laws and who it is that is your governor and mayor and city council people matter more than the president, right? It matters a whole lot more. This is why we have people that we elect to go to Washington to represent the state in issues that we have here in our state and address them to pass federal policies that'll benefit the state, right? But when it comes to stuff like this is exactly why the Founding Fathers structured the laws and made sure states have individual rights and freedoms as well. So let's take a listen.
Razor wire installed by Texas and rivers along the border between U.S. and Mexico. A 5-4 vote now clears the way for federal agents to actually cut down the wire, which administration officials have called dangerous and inhumane. Our senior Washington correspondent Devin Dwyer joins me now. So, Devin, the ruling pretty much delivers a huge win for the Biden administration.
At least temporarily, Kira. This is a big deal for the Biden administration and that showdown between Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the federal government as the nation is experiencing this crisis of unlawful immigration at the border. This deals with a 29-mile stretch of border in Texas along the Rio Grande, which you just showed some pictures of. And here's the order that says the federal government can move forward with clearing away this razor wire, concertina wire that was installed by the state of Texas. Now, the federal government, which has the authority of overseeing immigration policy, of course, federal border agents there, said that this wire was getting in the way of their duties. They said that they did not want it there. They said it was dangerous and inhumane. The Biden administration argued in court, Kira, that this was infringing on federal...
See, this is the issue. It's dangerous and inhumane. Like, my thing, so it's, I always resort back to, have y'all seen that episode of Boondocks where it was the R. Kelly trial, and it was Riley, he was over here like, you know, he was talking to the lawyer dude, I forgot the lawyer dude's name, but he was like, you know, if I see P coming, I moved out the way. She seen P coming and she stayed. So why I gotta miss out on the next R. Kelly album, you know, woo, 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 right? And this is, every time I see stuff like this, I think of that, because it's like, okay, how is it inhumane, right? It's only inhumane if I'm crossing the border and if I see razor wire and I know that gonna hurt, I know, ooh, that gonna hurt. Why am I gonna still attempt to go through the razor wire? Knowing that I have a great chance of getting hurt. If you take that chance and go through the razor wire, knowing you're going to get hurt, that's not on us. That's on y'all. Y'all still made the choice to go through it. The whole point of it is to deter y'all from doing what y'all, some of them migrants are still going to do. Try to get through the razor wire. It's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's not our fault. But see, this is the problem with a lot of people in our government right now, is they want to throw these labels, right? They always got to throw these atrocious, oh, this is inhumane, right? What they're doing right now at the border, what Governor Greg Abbott is doing by sending migrants to Chicago and New York is inhumane. Have y'all always noticed it's always the same type of wording? It's almost like they just own code. That's one thing I can really credit the Democrat Party is they know how to be straight on code. What's the word for today? The word for today on the border is, and with Governor Greg Abbott and all this, is inhumane. Inhumane practices. All right, boom. CNN, news correspondents is going to say that. You got your MSNBC, Rachel Maddows and Joy Reid's. They all going to say the same thing. You got Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar on The View going to say the same thing. It's almost like it's a machine. The word for today is inhumane. Boom. So say less. Blast it out to all the outlets. Everybody say this. Get your. You know what I'm saying? This is what we call propaganda, media propaganda. Because if you constantly keep hearing and keep, you know what I'm saying, eventually people gonna like, damn, is that bad? Inhumane. Whoa, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's always some broad and big ambiguous word. You know what I'm saying? And this is literally set up to deter you, right? It's almost like if your state passes a law that says, hey, if you deal drugs in this neighborhood, you getting 50 years. 50 years is to deter you because it should make you think and say, oh, damn, I do some drugs. I get 50 of them? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Right? But if you still do it and you get 50 years, now all of a sudden, oh, man, that ain't fair, man. Why y'all got to give me 50 years? That's not fair. We said this is what you do. If you do this, this is what you're going to get. You obviously didn't care. You still wanted to do it, so therefore you're getting the time. You knew what comes with it. You knew the time you was going to get if you do this and get caught. And you still, in your head, made the choice to take the risk and do it. So what's the issue? If we say 3 strikes you out, you go 3 strikes and strike out, what's the issue? Let's see. It's not humane to put around prisons, but it is at the border. They are lying. Facts. Facts. It's razor wires around the prisons. Facts. Come on now. Like, what are we talking about? So let's look more into it.
Authority to execute immigration policy. Texas said that this was necessary, that the border is being overrun. It's imposing costs on their state. All of that dispute is still being litigated in court. But today the Supreme Court said in the meantime, the federal government can move forward with removing this wire, reclaiming its control of that land, and that Texas will continue to have to argue its case in court. And it's a very active case in what is now becoming a very big dispute as the country grapples with this immigration crisis, Kira.
All right, so that's what SCOTUS ruling. SCOTUS rules in favor of Biden for the federal government to tear down the razor wire, and their reasoning is because, you know, when it comes to handling the border, it's the federal border, right? It's the border is a federal thing, so they're like, well, hey, look, Texas can't, you know, just go ahead and enact their own border policy because it's pretty much up to the federal government on how to do things like this, right? So that's pretty much their reasoning. And Texas is pushing back. Texas is saying, okay, but this is the border that's surrounding our state. We not with this. So we are going to, according to the Constitution, if we feel we as a state is getting invaded, we have authority that supersedes what the federal government is saying to protect our borders. If the issue, and that's the thing that gets me, if that is the case, which is true, right, then why not say, okay, migrants, California, which I don't want to come over here like that, but hey, California or New Mexico or Arizona, you know, those are states that border Mexico. All right, y'all, just start going over there. Stop sending them over to the border, you know, the Texas border. Go ahead and send them over there to Arizona, New Mexico, and California. Right? And that's the thing. Why Texas? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with Texas where it's like, nah, we got to funnel them through Texas? Why? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But let's see. Texas border standoff. So I'm trying to find what was that section of the Constitution that Abbott said. So hopefully I can find a video that cites that. So we can go ahead and see. So let me see. Greg Abbott. Let me try to find where Greg Abbott's speaking on it. Greg Abbott. What the hell? Greg Abbott on border standoff. News about invasion of Greg King self-defense testifies further government over border. All right, let's see. Let's see if this is a good
Consider
one
that New Year's resolution.
that we can find, because I want to find that section, because we finna look that up. Let's find that on the Constitution.
Its fight against the Biden administration over the border. The state is in a legal battle over its use of razor wire along the border. Meantime, a plan in Congress to deal with the border looks like it's going to fail. There are reports it lost support from Senate Republicans. Fox's Rebecca Castor reports.
And one of the strongest acts of defiance for a modern-day governor, Greg Abbott has declared the border crisis an invasion and invoked Texas's constitutional right to self-defense.
The authors of the Constitution knew there would be times when the federal government would not live up to its duty. Texas has a right, as a state, to stop criminals from coming into our state.
Losing trust in Biden's border agents, the Texas National Guard has taken over control of one area of the border popular for illegal crossings. There's also been debate about the use of razor wire to stop migrants, with the Supreme Court to stop. There's also been debate about the use of popular for illegal crossings.
Look at that part right here. Look at him. Look at all this razor wire. He's slipping through the razor wire. And he chilling at the little fence because he know he can't cross over that. He can't get over that. So he just chilling right there until somebody comes see him and let him in. This is what I'm saying. If you taking that risk and crossing over all this razor wire, all this stuff, that's on you. That's on you. But oh, this is inhumane. Like, what are we talking about? That's, you know what I'm saying?
There's also been debate about the use of razor wire to stop migrants, with the Supreme Court giving approval Monday for the Biden admin to start cutting the wire.
It's not making people's lives safer. It's actually making it harder for law enforcement at the border to do their job.
Despite the legal blow, Abbott says Texas will hold the line, while in Washington, lawmakers continue to hash out an immigration reform package.
We have the outlines of a deal. We've had it for several days. It's 90+% written.
But will passing it rely on approval from former President Donald Trump? As insiders suggest, some Republicans don't want to lose their top issue during election season.
I don't agree on that, and the reason I don't agree on that is, one, we have a constitutional responsibility to be able to protect the country and its safety.
Okay, so let me see. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see. What part of the Constitution gives states rights to protect border? Yeah, I probably spelled that shit all the way wrong. Article 4, Section 4, protecting our borders under the U.S. Okay, so let's see. Let's look it up. Let's see. Article 4, Section 4 of the United States, of the U.S. Constitution states, the United States shall guarantee every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion. And on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. This was a guarantee that each state of the Union was protected against invasion by foreign nations, revolutionary forces, drug cartels, and uncontrolled illegal immigration. If we cannot control our borders, we cannot defend our national sovereignty. It's that simple. Okay. Okay, Article 4, Section 4. So let's look up U.S. Constitution. Constitution. Let's look it up. Let's see. Constitution of the United States. Article 4. Section 4. All right. See, we finna, you know what I'm saying? We finna go to the source. So, United States shall guarantee that every state in its union form of government shall protect against invasion, application legislators against domestic violence. Okay, that's I guess that's pretty much the section right there. Okay, so Article 3. What's Article 3? Each state shall executive power. Let me see if we can try to find something. You know what I'm saying? Section 4, elections shall be prescribed by each state thereof. Okay, so let's go. Let me go back. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Like I said, we finna find it. Many relationship between the state's judicial branch. Okay. Let's see. States' rights on border. Let's see. We finna search the Constitution on that. Let's see what comes up. Come on. What's going on? Taking too long. There we go. All right. Where's he at? So restrictions, historical background, so state right, removal of aliens who enter the United States, the Fifth Amendment, Second Amendment. Okay, no, aliens seeking scope of commerce, clause of authority, Indian tribes, background jurisdiction, states and he's been in Congress, but no state. Evidence, aliens seeking to enter the United States. Yeah, I gotta find it. I need to see what if it's Article 4, Section 4 that Abbott said, then I need to find that. But we saw already Article 4 that, you know what I'm saying, it's their right to deter the invasion. If they feel that they're being invaded, then they have a right to pretty much defend that. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back on YouTube, y'all. Hold on real quick. So, let's see. Biden. So this is what Biden does. Biden gives Abbott 1 day. Let me see. Let's see. Biden administration saying cease and desist letter. 2 days ago has broken. So let's see. Let's watch this one. Because if y'all don't know, Biden has given Texas, I guess he's trying to make strong demands. You guys got 1 day to end this, or else, right?
Are making it no secret they're putting in more razor wire at the southern border just days after the U.S. Supreme Court gave the go-ahead to the federal government to remove the wire. In a lengthy statement, Governor Greg Abbott is reiterating arguments he cited before, asserting that the federal government has fallen short of its constitutional duties to protect the southern border. He's specifically citing U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3, which says in part, no state shall, without the consent of Congress, keep troops in time of peace, unless actually invaded. Governor Abbott has said the state is being invaded. The question is, would the courts agree?
It's not the kind of invasion that they were thinking of in 1787, or that any sensible person would think about today.
While the federal government is beginning to remove those razor wires at the southern border, there's still one key spot that remains in limbo: Shelby Park and Eagle Pass. The Texas National Guard has effectively stopped Border Patrol from accessing the area, prompting new legal concerns. Critics have called on the president to federalize the National Guard, or effectively take control, something that is within his power. Earlier this week, White House officials said there are no plans to do that at the moment.
We can disagree on the use of the National Guard and other even state assets for the way that Governor Abbott is treating that border. We certainly disagree from a policy perspective, but legally he is by authority as the state commander-in-chief of the National Guard.
Importantly, both sides have stopped short of open.
Well, there it is, right? He's the governor. Those are his troops. You know what I'm saying? We can't just, fully take control like that. So this is my thing. President Biden can take control if they sit there and say, okay, well, we need to federalize all of the National Guard. Why, once again, that's if we're being invaded, right? There's some type of real major domestic situation that's going on, right? So this is pretty much political theater because Greg Abbott says, hey, I feel we're being invaded. Now, I will give some credit to that. When it comes to what is deemed invasion, it's more so if we are being invaded, like, let's say China wants to come over and invade the United States, right? And they're coming through the southern border to invade the United States. Now, when it comes to that, invasion as in, hey, we coming in, we on some Alexander the Great type of stuff. We coming in and we just scooping up y'all land, right? And that's an invasion. Therefore, yes, we can install things like this and do that because we're actually being invaded, right? I will give that credit. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much the invasion that they was talking about. However, this right here, I think Governor Greg Abbott is giving the Democrats a taste of their own medicine, right? Since y'all want to use broad and ambiguous words, y'all want to take words out of context and all this stuff, I'm going to do the same. Yeah, we're being invaded. I feel we're being invaded. So under this whole articles and stuff in the Constitution, when it comes to invasion, we're going to go ahead and use that, cite that as a reason why we're going to go ahead and bring the National Guard out, why we're going to install all this razor wire, why we're going to do all this stuff to deter our state from being invaded. Now, if y'all want to go to New Mexico, if y'all want to go to Arizona, if y'all want to go to California, because California, we got a governor that would just love to take y'all in. And y'all get free Medicare. Y'all get free everything. We even got where we can change. We're requiring all of the stores and everybody around to start having, all kind of not just American signs and stuff like that language, but man, everything will be pretty much in y'all language too, so y'all can just easily just fit in, and man, everything is gonna be good. Just go to Texas, just go to California, you good, right? Don't come over here to Texas. Go to California. Have the cartels, whoever's bringing y'all over here, have them route y'all to California. Have them route y'all to Arizona. Have them route y'all to New Mexico. But for some odd reason, why are y'all funneling them over here in Texas? Why? Right? So I think, like I said, Greg Abbott is playing chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you got Brandon Johnson up there in Chicago having panic attacks and all this stuff, and over the border and the issues what's going on, because he's playing chess. I don't care what y'all want me to do. I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm sending them to y'all. Texas is not a sanctuary state, nor is the cities out here in Texas a sanctuary city. So therefore, we not bringing them in. We not settling them here in Texas. We bringing them to y'all. Since y'all want to claim y'all are a sanctuary city and a sanctuary state, you want to welcome them in with open arms, knowing y'all was all BS. And this is what I keep saying about these Democrats. They do all this stuff and they don't back it up. It's easy to say Chicago, oh, we're a sanctuary state. It's easy for Chicago, New York, to say we're a sanctuary state. Or city. It's easy for Denver to say, oh, we're a sanctuary city. because none of y'all is over here on the border. None of y'all are Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California, which is on the border of Mexico, right? None of y'all are. So just for political points, to make a statement to your constituents, or constituents, sorry, and to call yourself, get some cool political points so you can elevate on the political ladder. You want to try to, oh yeah, we're for everybody. We're a sanctuary state. We pro LGBTQ. We pro everything over here. Just vote for us. Vote for me because I'm pro everything. If you want your kids to come and get sex changes, I'm all for it. Vote for me. That's exactly what they're doing. And I'm like, I don't understand why people just don't see this, why they keep falling for the okie doke. Because this is an example. Governor Greg Abbott said, okay, let's see then. Let me see if y'all gonna back up what y'all say. Since y'all want to claim y'all sanctuary city or sanctuary state, okay, well guess what? I'm sending them all to y'all. So y'all can kind of see and feel what we've been going through. I'm sending them to y'all. And now look. Mayor Brandon Johnson can't take it no more. He thought being a mayor, it was gonna be easy, right? He thought he was just gonna skate his way in the office. You know what I'm saying? He a black man, that's a mayor of a major city, Chicago. He thought he would just come in and just be the face of representation. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't got to worry about doing a whole lot. He thought he was just gonna be able to walk, through the south side of Chicago or to the west side of Chicago, shaking hands, kissing babies. You know what I'm saying? And thought everything was gonna be smooth. Until Governor Greg Abbott said, okay, well, let's see y'all back up what y'all say. Now all of a sudden it's an issue. Now all of a sudden being a leader is hard. Now you having panic attacks. You having all kind of health issues, all this stuff, when you could simply just do the one thing. You bit off more than what you can chew. And instead of you being a leader and saying, hey, look, it's time for me to lead. And as a leader, sometimes you got to make the tough decisions. So my tough decision is we're not a sanctuary city no more. Governor Greg Abbott, checkmate. You won. We sorry. I thought we was playing checkers, but unfortunately, I guess we're playing chess. You won. Chicago is not a sanctuary city no more. We don't want them. Then the same thing with New York, Eric Adams. By Governor Greg Abbott, checkmate, you won. We sorry. We are not a sanctuary city anymore neither. That's all they got to do. They don't want to do that. They want to cry racism. Oh, Governor Greg Abbott just racist. Why he sending them to all cities with black mayors? Because all them same black mayors was telling us to send them. They were saying send them. We gonna take them in. We got them. Send them. We're a sanctuary city. Send them. Right? They was over here trying to be cool, trying to get cool points with the Biden administration. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of these cats, all they care about is advancing their political career. Cool, if I can go ahead and be mayor, and you know what I'm saying, next thing after that, I'm going to be governor, and man, I can move up to be a senator, and boy, that White House is right there. That's all they care about. So whatever it's going to take for me to get there, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say whatever that needs to be said. Okay, well, it's time to back it up. Time to back up what y'all say. Now all of a sudden y'all can't handle it. Now all of a sudden it's racist. Now all of a sudden it's this. This is crazy. This is crazy. So we're going to see how this is going to really go down. Like I said, Biden is not going to do, because you got all the kind of Democrats calling to nationalize the National Guard out there, or federalize the National Guard out there and all that stuff. If that would happen, it would be over. Let me tell y'all, it would be over for the Biden administration. Because that's the thing. You only nationalize federalize the National Guard if things like, hey, we actually, there's some type of terrorist attacks going on, or it's something for real going on. You don't federalize the National Guard for something like this. Like I said, if Texas is saying no, we are taking a stance on this, we standing on business, take them elsewhere, then take them elsewhere. Now, I will give some credit to the Biden administration. Like I said, even though, like, when I talk, it may seem I keep siding maybe with the Republican side and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do approach what the other side says more openly. So one thing that Karine Jean-Pierre did say is that, well, look, the people that are being funneled through the border, the Border Patrol is flagging some of these people and turning them away. And, people that may be like, oh, you're kind of on a terrorist watch list, or, you're a national over here, yada, yada, So, yeah, we turning them away, and we bringing people in that we already screened, and it was like, okay, cool. And then Greg Abbott will put them on the buses and send them right to Chicago and New York, right? The people that's going up to Chicago and New York are the people that we screen, and they cool, they ain't got no record, they ain't got no criminal, whatever, right? So they say. Now, are people being deported and being deterred and sent away from the border? Yes. I will give them that. They are doing some type of screening. However, there are known gotaways, right? There are people that got away. We don't know who those people are. And that's the thing. If those kind of people, if they ain't trying to go through the border and, encounter the border agents and get processed and all that stuff, it must be a reason why that they chose to go the other route and then just go ahead and flee. Right? And just because, like I said, okay, well, we screened them, they're not on no terror watch list, right? Doesn't mean that they're not criminals, right? Doesn't mean that they're not, had a past back then, to where, yeah, hey, I was arrested and tried. A lot of them cats, they could have committed crimes in the country that they coming from, and that was their way to escape was, hey, I'm finna go up to America. I'm going to go ahead. I did my dirt. I'm hot out here in Venezuela or wherever I come from. It's hot out here for me. I'm going to America, and what I'm saying, I ain't got to worry about facing persecution, what I'm saying, out here. Right? So, of course, when they come to the borders, people screen them. They're going to be like, okay, well, should he check out? Go ahead and bring them in and funnel them up, to whatever. Right? That's the issue. Because these cats out here in New York and when we here in Chicago, man, they committing all kind of crimes. They stealing. They over here. They having the parents, the women knock on doors asking for some type of food or some type of help, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, here come the men storming the people's houses, taking and stealing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Craziness. It's all kind of craziness going on, but it's like what y'all expect. Y'all get what y'all vote for. Y'all was over here for Brandon Johnson and Eric Adams and all them. So over there preaching how they're a sanctuary city and send us everybody. This is America. We take anybody. Okay, well, y'all was for it. So guess what? Y'all are facing the repercussions. Y'all are getting robbed. Y'all the one that you can't walk down your streets, and feel safe and secure anymore. It's y'all. Y'all voted for this. What y'all think was going to happen? Y'all thought everybody was just finna come in and everybody was just finna sing Kumbaya, huh? Like everything was just finna be just peachy. No. This is the stuff that Governor Greg Abbott was saying. This is what we've been going through out here in Texas. We're not dealing with it. We're not going to be taking in millions of people and just keeping them here in Texas. No, we ain't got it like that. No. Especially when the federal government, y'all ain't trying to help like that. No, we not messing with it. Plain and simple. We not messing with it. Send them somewhere else, right? I'm trying to think. What was trying to see if we can get an update on this border update. Let's see. 1 hour ago, news about. Okay, so let's see what just happened.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me about $2,700 in semi-passive income. And here.
Top Texas politicians say they will not comply with a deadline to allow federal border agents access to a park along the Rio Grande.
Texas seized control of the park this month and then began denying entry to Border Patrol agents. Shannon is here with a look at the border battle between Texas and the Biden administration.
Brandon, federal officials demanded that Texas allow access to that high crossing area by today. But Texas leaders say that's not happening, and in fact, they're doubling down. And the state has installed rows of razor wire in Shelby Park and says more is being added along the border. A Supreme Court ruling allows for federal agents to cut or remove the wire, but there's been no decision yet on the case as a whole. Governor Abbott says Texas is doing what it has to do with the backing of the Constitution.
Regardless of what federal statute may exist, the supremacy clause means that the Constitution itself is the supreme law of the land. The Constitution itself provides Texas with a right of self-defense in this case because the United States has abandoned its responsibility to defend Texas.
Former President Trump is among a growing number of Republicans rallying behind Governor Abbott.
We see this already. Didn't I just do this? Could have sworn I just did that one. Well, no, it was that one. Okay, got you. So yeah, pretty much same stuff. So same stuff as the last one. Oh yeah, what do I got in my watch later? Hold on, let me see. What do I got in here? I feel like I had some stuff in here that I want to talk about. Oh, got you. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, that's pretty much what's going on. Texas is doubling down. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's not backing down. You know, and I think that's a good reason not to back down, because if the federal government is not doing what it needs to do when it comes to border policy, then we not messing with it. Now, let's look at what was this whole border, let's see, border bill. Explained. So let's look at this border bill, because I think this was an issue that it was an issue too, because I think this border bill, if I'm not mistaken, see, and that's the thing, this is what Democrats like to do, is first off, they want to say, okay, we'll give y'all some type of border policy, but we're going to throw in this border policy with, you know, we want to get some funding to Ukraine and funding to Israel and all this stuff. And that's the thing where it's like, dude, y'all can't sit there and hang the border over the American people's heads and say, well, you know, we also want to get funded for this. It should be separate. No, look, it needs to be us handling the border. We need separate legislation for the border, and then we'll talk about Israel and Ukraine and all that stuff later. But this is what the Democrats, this is why we are in hella more debt, because this is what they did with that $1.something trillion COVID package was, oh yeah, well, we going to throw, we want a bridge up in there, you know, so we going to throw a bridge up in there. We going to throw some green infrastructure. Yeah, we want all companies to make all these changes to go green. What the hell does that got to do with COVID? Right? This is what they do. They just want to just roll everything into one bill and say, oh, this is going to be the secure the border bill, right? They want y'all to pay attention to the big letters. This is the secure the border deal. But, you know, everything has to be passed in this bill in order for us to secure the border. But if you look at the details, oh, it got funded for Ukraine, it got funded for Israel, it got funded for this, funded for that, and then yeah, we got like a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, few hundred million for the border, you know what I'm saying, and doing this and doing that. And then it's like, I think it was something in the border where it was like, oh, well, you know, we're just going to process X amount of people per day, right? 5,000 people a day. Like, you know, after that 5,000, okay, we done for the day. Then we can go in the next day, process more. It's still going to bring people, funnel people into this country, just not at a higher rate. It's stupid. But let's see.
To secure funding for Ukraine, Israel, other humanitarian assistance, as well as enhance security for the U.S. border, seems all but dead, according to insider conversations that the Post had with some national Republican strategists, as well as members of the U.S. Senate who opposed the deal. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on Wednesday made a forceful case for the deal, saying it's in the United States' direct interest for authoritarians not to feel free to redraw maps by force. He also said that the Senate would have a chance to vote very soon to restore our sovereignty at the southern border. But in his Thursday floor speech, the minority leader made no direct references to Ukraine or the border, the day after several hardline Republican senators had griped that their leader was sacrificing the, quote, leverage they had over the deal by caving on Ukraine funding. McConnell also privately acknowledged to members of his conference during a meeting on Wednesday afternoon that the politics of an election year were complicating that effort. One national Republican strategist told the Post after McConnell's about face.
Somebody's reporting on this stuff. Nah, where's I could have sworn did I put it in my watch later? I don't know. I thought I put it in my watch later. I guess I didn't. Let me see if Fox News got it. So Fox News on border bill. Democrats accuse pushing the bill make border crisis worse. I think this is the one with Ted Cruz. Let me see. Yeah, let's watch this one with Ted Cruz. I think
Administration is giving Texas until tomorrow to let federal agents back in. Joining us now is Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, great to have you here today. Jump on in here. I mean, this is a standoff between Abbott and the White House. Where does it go?
Well, listen, Texas is right, and I'm proud to stand with our governor. I'm proud to stand with our state legislature. Joe Biden has created a crisis, and he has created what is an invasion of the state of Texas, and it's an invasion of the country. Under Biden, 9.6 million illegal immigrants have come into this country. This is deliberate. It is massive. And under federal law, it is the federal government's responsibility to stop this, but Joe Biden and the Washington Democrats are defying federal law. And so the state of Texas is stepping up and saying, we're going to defend ourselves. And Greg Abbott is exactly right that Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution gives states the authority, what Justice Scalia referred to as the sovereign.
Got you. Article 1, Section 10. See? Okay, let's see. Let's look at that then. Let's go. Constitution, Article 1, Section 10. See, I was trying to find one. I'm like, I knew I should get one. Article 1, Section 10. Okay, here we go. Section 10. No state shall enter into treaty alliance or confederation, grant letters of marque, appraisal, coin, money, emits bills. Let's see. No state shall, without consent of Congress, lay and impose duties without the consent of the Congress, lay and impose or duties or imports or exports except absolutely necessary. This law, net of produce of all duties shall be the use of the Treasury, such as laws of sea. No state shall, without the consent of Congress, lay any duty of tonnage, keep troops or ships of war in time of peace, enter into any agreement or compact with any another state or with foreign power, or engage in war unless actually invaded or in such imminent danger as will not admit of delay. So let's see. No state shall, without the consent of Congress, lay any duty of tonnage or keep troops or ships of wartime in peace, in time of peace, enter into any agreement or compact with another state or with a foreign power or engage in war unless actually invaded. Got you. So that's what they're using, right? So no state. So pretty much the state needs Congress, consent of Congress to do any of all this stuff unless actually invaded. So once again, no state shall, without the consent of Congress, lay any duty of tonnage, keep troops, or ships of war in time of peace, enter into any agreement or compact with another state or with a foreign power or engage in war unless actually invaded or in such imminent danger as will not admit of delay. So that's what Texas is using right there. We feel we're being invaded and we are acting because we feel our state is in imminent danger and we cannot delay. We have to act now. That's what they're using. Got it. See, I knew we was going to find it. We was going to find it eventually.
Of states to protect themselves from an invasion. That's what Texas is doing.
Well, so Senator, you've heard the president time and time again saying that, look, I want to resolve this border crisis. We know it's a problem, but we need Congress to give us the money to do it. And the Senate is working on this border bill. You have blasted it, obviously, and now there's this other reporting coming out suggesting that maybe the Mitch McConnell and leadership is pulling back their support for it. What is going on there? Are Republicans really going to back away from an issue that they keep saying needs to be solved?
So let me break that into two pieces. You started by what Biden is saying, and I'll tell you what Biden is saying on that. There's a technical term for that. That's called a lie. And it's not just a little bit of a lie. It is a brazen, it is the definition of chutzpah. Here's why. When Joe Biden became president, he inherited the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years. He inherited great success. And he deliberately broke the border. He opened up the border. 3 decisions caused this crisis. His first week in office, Joe Biden halted construction of the border wall. He reinstated catch and release, and he pulled out of the incredibly successful Remain in Mexico agreement. And those decisions caused illegal immigration to skyrocket. Now, the reason he's lying, he doesn't need more money. Those decisions, Biden could solve this problem tomorrow. He doesn't want to.
So are you saying that there's no reason to have a border bill?
We don't need a border bill. We achieved the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years under Donald Trump. What was different is you had a president that wanted to secure the border. Joe Biden is...
which is facts. And that's the thing. See, Joe Biden is trying to play chess as well, to where he's saying, well, no, let's funnel this through Congress. And, since we have a equal Senate, right, or Democrat control, because all they got to do, no, it's Democrat control. I'm tripping. We know Democrats is going to get this passed, but then once again, let's go to the House, which is going to be controlled by Republicans. And he wants to make a statement to the American people that, look, we're doing something about it. It's the Republicans that are stalling it. Right? So he's trying to play this chess move to say, to show that Republicans ain't trying to solve it. We're doing something about it. And this is what I'm saying. They rely on the incompetence of their voters, because if you was able to, see, that's what people forget. If you was able to, without the consent of Congress, when you first got elected, to pull back on putting more border wall up, you pull back on the Remain in Mexico policy, you was able to do all this stuff without the consent of Congress. Now all of a sudden you're looking for the consent of Congress to have some type of border policy. Why? Because they know everything else that they got rolled up into that bill when it comes to money, right? Giving money to Israel, giving money to Ukraine. You need the consent of Congress. Congress needs to pass that and authorize that. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand the powers of the executive branch when it comes to this, because how was Trump able to have all these policies in place without the consent of Congress? That's what I'm saying. They just rely on our incompetence and think all of us is just stupid, where we're not going to be able to put two and two together. That's exactly what it is. We're not going to be able to put two and two together. Biden, you was able to do all this stuff and roll back Trump's policies without the consent of Congress. Now all of a sudden you need the consent of Congress to pass a border bill, so-called border bill, because that's the thing. They want what's in that bill. It's not really nothing to secure the border. It's to allow, once again, oh, well, you know, we just want more processing border agents. We just want this. We just want that. They're still going to be letting them in. That's the thing. They're still going to be letting them in. They feel like, oh, well, if we just go ahead and have an orderly process of letting them in, maybe people won't try to break in. Maybe people won't try to just get in illegally like that. You know what I'm saying? Where they just want to, you know, cut a hole in some razor wire and go in and just run off, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So, real quick, so we're gonna move on from this border issue, because I feel like I done touched on it long enough. And you know, we're just gonna stay updated with it, you know what I'm saying, and just see what's going on. But let's move on. So as I stated earlier, Chicago. So like I said, Brandon Johnson, he over here having panic attacks. He can't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he just about had it. You know what I'm saying? So Chicago shutting down migrant camps. Let's see. Uh-oh, I done spelled camps wrong. So let's see. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. That was a month. Nah, hold up. Let's see. Chicago on boy, my spelling is terrible today. Man. This is all old stuff. No. Hold up. Maybe this is... Let me go ABC Chicago. Let's go to ABC.
You know, yesterday there were two...
Yeah, nah, we don't want that. Let me see. Brandon Johnson. It's not showing me the update. Let's see, Brandon Johnson update on migrant. Gotcha. I think this was it. So yeah, I think this was it. So he was over here. I guess he's fed up with the situation. So he was talking with suburban mayors, and I guess wanting them to share the grunt of this situation.
One of the city's largest shelters. With 28 full shelters and no funds to open up a new one, Mayor Brandon Johnson has called a special meeting with suburban mayors. One of his asks is for more help to house new arrivals.
Something that I think we need to be really asking and wrestling with is, are we actually a welcoming state? the thing people should think about.
City council members have been pushing for municipalities to help share the burden. Burr Ridge Mayor Gary Grasso says mayors have several questions for Johnson.
Politics aside, as to cause and effect, I think all mayors want to be sure that their residents are safe and the migrants are safe, and that we have an understanding of how the process is going to work when migrants come.
While the city has no plans to open up new shelters anytime soon, the state has allocated an extra $160 million to help. But Governor J.B. Pritzker says he's waiting on the city for a plan.
The city has not told the state where they would like us to put our resources to build new shelters or help them build new shelters. So we can't help if they don't identify those locations.
Meantime, some alderpersons are hoping Mayor Johnson extends.
So pretty much, Chicago's governor is trash too, because you as a governor, you could easily go in and say, hey, look, this is an issue. Although this is an issue within the city, this still is an issue that's going to affect our state. So I am going to step in as well, and we are going to work on a coordinated effort together, both city and state, to solve this issue and figure this issue out. If I got to call a state of emergency, so be it, to where we can have all kind of resources and stuff at the ready from a state level, be allocated for this, all this stuff. Well, I mean, hey, they ain't put no plan. They ain't gave us nothing. Man, you know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is like I said, Brandon Johnson. Look, like I said, all y'all. He like I said, he thought he was just gonna come in, be the face of representation. Hey, I'm a black man as a mayor in Chicago. I was just gonna be shaking hands and kissing babies. And now you really seeing the ugly side of this politics stuff.
60-day shelter eviction policy again until the weather gets warmer. An alderwoman, Jeanette Taylor, and others are concerned about how the city can continue to financially support the crisis.
The young people used to say, we don't got it. We don't have it. And so we can't continue to rob Peter to pay Paul to fix a crisis that we didn't create.
Besides periodic briefings with members of City Council, Alderman Taylor and others have been pushing the mayor's office to hold a special City Council meeting on migrants. Taylor says so everyone at once can come up with solutions. Watch.
See? So pretty much, like I said, this is Brandon Johnson. He's fed up with it. He's saying, look, it can't just be on us, even though all the other cities are probably around didn't sit there and say that they was a sanctuary city, right? But oh man, it can't be on us. You know, everybody got to share. But like I said, what was this energy when you ain't had no issue with it? You ain't had no issue with it a few months ago. You feel me? See, this is what I'm saying. They walking back everything that they saying. All they got to do is shut it down. We are not a sanctuary city. Governor Greg Abbott, well done. You got us. Game over. Send them somewhere else. Plain and simple. That's all they got to do. But like I said, as you see, Illinois' governor ain't nothing as well. He ain't tripping on allocating no state resources. He ain't tripping on calling no state of emergency to handle it. He was just over there just chilling. You know what I'm saying? He over there chilling, eating his steak lobster in the governor's building. You know what I'm saying? Mansion. And he just chilling. So we just gonna see how this goes. You know, like I said, they're out of money. They're not opening no new migrant camps. All this stuff. So where they gonna go? Where they gonna go? And me personally, I really doubt all of the mayors in surrounding areas. They not finna buy into that BS. They like, no. Once again, if our people out here ain't finna be safe, if it's, you know what I'm saying? If it's all what's going on that we hear that's going on out there when it comes to crime that these migrants are doing and all this stuff, if that's gonna go on out here, we not messing with it. We not messing with it. Plain and simple. All right. I touched pretty quickly on that. man, we could move on to my boy Trump DZ. My boy Trump just got this whole victory. You know what I'm saying? My boy Trump just won New Hampshire. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. I want to see the polls. So look, Trump got, man, these goddamn ads and all. If we can go somewhere else. There we go. Cool. So this is the numbers that pretty much Trump brought in. Donald Trump has gotten 54.3% of the New Hampshire vote, with majority of everybody pretty much voted for Trump. You know, Nikki Haley got 140,000. She got 43.2%. So it actually went down because when they was over here tallying up everything, I think this was like the low 50s. It was like 51 or 52. So yeah, Trump got everything in. You know what I'm saying? So it's only one area that looks like Grafton County that was, you know, where Nikki Haley got 50% of the vote in Grafton County. I wonder what does Grafton County what areas do Grafton County, New Hampshire? What does Grafton County? What cities does it? I'm just trying to see, like, is it like some, you know, big cities? Are there any major cities in New Hampshire that Grafton County? You know, is over, or cities and towns. That's what the hell I wanted. Cities and towns. Okay, what cities and towns is in Grafton County? All right, Alexandria, Bethlehem, Bridgewater. I think Bridgewater's a big one, right? Hanover. I think Hanover's a big one too. Okay, Thornton, Sugar Hill, Orange, Lyme, Lincoln, Lebanon. Yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, I think Hanover, New Hampshire. I think that's a big one, because I know like they was trying to make that distinction, like, you know, New Hampshire, you know, college town, yada yada, all this stuff. You know, okay, there go Netherlands, Montpelier, Burlington. Is Burlington in there? No, Burlington is not part of. I'm looking on my maps, y'all, so y'all gonna have to, you know, excuse me. Oh no, that's not even New Hampshire. Burlington is not even New Hampshire. See, man, New Hampshire and Vermont, man, they how they is kind of structured is weird. Okay, so Concord and Manchester is pretty much like the big area too in New Hampshire. So, but that's not part of Hanover. So New London, Lebanon. So I guess it looks like it's more so like a little bit of like a little rural area. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like to me. It looked like it's like a rural area part of New Hampshire. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, see Manchester, Concord. So these are all the major city areas. And you know, this is, of course, is rural up here. But yeah, that boy Trump, man. Like I said, it looked like everything over 50%. Over 60% in this one. Coos County. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, she got this Grafton County, Nikki Haley got it. So yeah, man. My boy Trump doing his thing. You know, Nikki Haley, of course, if y'all didn't see, Nikki Haley is not backing down, which I don't know why, but she wants to keep it, you know, which will, you know, we kind of got an understanding of why, you know what I'm saying? It's just to try to drain the Trump, you know, campaign of resources and stuff. In New Hampshire. So let's take a look at Nikki Haley.
I have my parents at home, and I will always say that the way they raised me, to know that we lived in the best country in the world, but to also know that the best way you appreciate your blessings is to give back. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you so much. To my siblings, to my in-laws, to everybody back at home, to Vicki for helping me take care of Mom and Dad. Thank you for that. You know, I will tell you, it feels like it's been a lifetime, but it has been almost a year that we've been campaigning in New Hampshire, touching every hand, answering every question, being the last person to leave. And we had the most amazing thing happen is the second that we got the endorsement from Governor Chris Sununu. I mean, a true governor that doesn't stand behind a podium. He shows up at a diner. He shows up at the brewery. He loves the people of New Hampshire. He has been with me every single day at every single event. Chris, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. Well, I have news for all of them. New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go. And the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina.
So there it is. She's pretty much not backing out, right? Which is just stupid. And then that's the thing that makes her just so clueless. Is the next state is Nevada, not South Carolina, but she knows she's going to lose Nevada, right? So I guess for her, it's like, well, why campaign in Nevada? But you're talking about, well, you know, it's not the last, but it's like when it comes to getting the nomination, you could at least went to Nevada. You could at least acknowledge, well, Nevada's next, then we're going to go to South Carolina, yada, yada, right? And she should have just backed out. But she didn't. She wants to keep it going for some odd reason. And I don't know, man. See, and this would kind of get me about some of y'all women is y'all just don't know when to back down. Like, y'all just don't know when it's over. It's done. It's done for you. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Y'all want to just keep going. For what? You know what I'm saying? It's like you have Trump, in Iowa, you came in third. New Hampshire, only reason why you came in second is because DeSantis backed out. And if we look at the numbers, you didn't even get hardly any Republicans voted for you. You had people that was Democrats that registered to be Republican, so that way they can vote for you. That's like you are not it. Sorry. You're not it. You are not it. But you still want to stay in this race. You still want to waste resources. You still want to waste people's time. Why? You're not going to win South Carolina. You're not going to win. Let's look at the polls of South Carolina. Let's look at the current polls of South Carolina. Current Republican, I'm going to say GOP. GOP polls in South Carolina. Let's see. In South Carolina, President Republican primary for South Carolina, they have all these polls conducted. Trump is at 58%. Nikki Haley is at 31%. Right? Now here go more polls, right? So they got to Make America Great Super PAC. So this is, you know what I'm saying? More polls. Trump 68, Nikki Haley 28. Trump 64, Haley 25, right? And then they got Biden. We already know how the BS with Biden is going right now. Emerson College, Trump 54, Haley 25. Another one. You know what I'm saying? These is when it was conducted, the dates, right? Trump has been over, except for this one, Trump 49, Haley 23, okay. But for majority of them, Trump is over 50%. Trump is over 50%, give or take a few percentage. If anything, Trump is going to be in the low 50s again. Just like how he was in New Hampshire, how he was in Iowa, he is going to be over 50%. You know this. Your donors know this. Your what's them people? Consultants, they know this. But for some odd reason, you want to stay in the race. Let's look at Nevada. Nevada GOP primary polls. You're not it. You're not it. Let's look at the Nevada polls. Over 60% on all of them. She wasn't even on this one. Hold on, when was this conducted? Okay, this was conducted a while ago. Okay, so they haven't done nothing since. Hold on, add it. Let me see. January 5th through 8th, DeSantis still. Yeah, no, DeSantis already backed out. So she wasn't even, I guess she wasn't even a factor in Nevada at all. She wasn't even a factor. She ain't polling up against nobody. Donald Trump sponsored this one. That's what I'm saying. She not even a factor. What's going on, Nikki? What's going on? What's going on? You should have just backed out. Like I said, Trump, let's see if we can find, so Trump did hold a speech in Nevada. In which he said, look, you know, the Republican, you know, the GOP, the RNC's already said, hey, look, we just gonna go ahead and give you, I mean, we clearly see you gonna be the guy. But he was like, you know, nah, let's keep it going.
Start
you know
clean
what I'm saying? He said,
with Clorox.
I ain't gonna sit there and want y'all to go ahead and do me no favors and give me the primary now. No, let's do it the right way. Let's go ahead and prove to the American people and to everybody that I am going to be the guy because I am going to beat Haley. However long she want to keep this race going, I'm going to do it.
Republican contest. ABC's Mary Alice Parks is joining us now with more. Mary Alice, good morning.
Good morning. A day after a jury ordered that Trump pay more than $83 million in defamation, he is back out on the campaign trail and without apology. Now, Nevada is the next state up in the Republican primary, and he has an event there in Las Vegas today. But Nikki Haley also has a packed schedule. Even though she lost in New Hampshire, she has fundraisers in New York and Florida. She is fighting on. And this is interesting. Her team says that they are seeing momentum because of Trump's attacks against her. Her campaign says that they raised more than $1 million after Trump said he would permanently bar donors who gave to her from his own MAGA campaign. Yesterday, she was on Fox News. She called him totally unhinged, really embracing, leaning into that.
I'm going to go on Rumble. I thought I was going to do the speech, but they didn't. Yeah, watch history. Because I was watching a little bit already. Watch history. Come on. What you mean? I was just watching it the other day. Y'all are killing me. Rumble, I need y'all to get y'all ish together. Let me see. Trump, Nevada rally. Like, I was clearly watching this the other day. Which one was it? I think it was this live one. Let me see. Yeah, come on. Skip the ad. Okay, gotta do one more ad. Got one I gotta skip. Yeah, Rumble, I need y'all to get y'all stuff together. So let's see.
Yet unbelievably, rather than helping Texas to build our border security up, crooked Joe Biden is fighting Texas to tear our beautiful party wanted to nominate me and just say skip the whole thing, and 30 degrees below zero. We won the Iowa caucuses by the largest margin in the history of the caucus. Thank you. Thank you. Very enthusiastic people. No, they're friends. They're friends.
Well, yeah, we were fighting at the rally. Trump was like, hey, go get them. Get them up out of here.
Thank you very much. No, they're actually friends. Enthusiastic friends. Then earlier this week, we had a spectacular victory in New Hampshire. We shattered the all-time record for the number of votes cast from either party. It has never happened in the entire history of the New Hampshire primary. We got the most votes ever gotten by anybody. That's a good sign. And I'm proud that we're the first non-incumbent, and remember this, look at this, in either party to win both. Think of this, Iowa and New Hampshire. We won them both quite easily, thank you. And now we're going to have an even bigger victory right here in Nevada. Perhaps the most astounding of all is we achieved our monumental victory in New Hampshire despite the fact that more than 50% of the voters were not even Republican, you know? They were Democrats and independents. That was a setup, and we still won by a record margin. Over 70% of the votes cast. Oh, wow. I didn't even know this fact. Did you hear this? 70% of the votes cast for Nikki Haley. Did anybody ever hear of her? Bird brain. Nikki. You know, the Republican Party wanted to nominate me and just say skip the whole thing, and we're just going to give you our nomination. I said, don't do that. Don't do that. I want to win it the fair way. Pretty easy way, too.
See? He said, look, they don't do that. I'm going to go ahead and win it the fair way. I don't want nobody giving me no handouts. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and win it the fair way because that's what the liberal media is saying. Ah, man, they over here, you know what I'm saying? They just allowing him to skate by. He said, no. Okay, if y'all not believing these polls, y'all don't want to believe these polls where I'm up over 50% in all these things. Y'all acting like, man, these polls is lying. Watch, Nikki Haley gonna blow them out. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, okay. He like, okay, well, look, I got time today. I'm gonna go ahead and just blow through all this. I'm gonna blow through all y'all. We gonna show to the American people, because y'all gonna put them up on all y'all news outlets. We gonna show how I'm winning in every one of these primaries or caucuses over 50%. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all better than I can tell y'all. If they are seeing it and saying, bro, it's over, let's go ahead and get the general election started. Let's go ahead and get it started. Let's get it cracking. Let's get these debates going with Joe Biden. You know, let's get all this going. Trump saying, nah. Let's push through all this. Nikki Haley don't want to back out. She want to be hard-headed. She want to do too much. All right, let's do it. Clearly, she got these Democrat donors and, you know, people that are Democrats that want to go ahead and support her, try to prop her up, and thinking he's, I'm going to show him better than I could tell him. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know who y'all got, man. Who y'all going for? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think Trump really finna take this? Or is this going to be another Biden win? I really don't see Biden winning. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the only thing, even though I can't stand what's going on with these people protesting and all this stuff, for Palestine and all this, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, this is kind of helping Trump, though. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of helping Trump, and it's all bad for Biden. You know what I'm saying? So even though I can't stand it, I'm like, hey, well, hopefully y'all go ahead and put y'all show it on the ballot. You know what I'm saying? By not voting for him, or just showing up and not voting for at all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but and that's the thing. A lot of them people know that what Trump is saying, everything that Trump is for, with ending these wars, making sure we don't get in no more wars. Like Trump laid out pretty much what he's going to be doing. He's like, I'm going to stop all these wars pretty much day one. And ain't that what y'all want? All y'all that's protesting and rioting, stopping for the genocide and all this stuff. Ain't that what y'all want? But y'all still not going to vote for Trump. Y'all still don't want to support Trump, even though he's actually giving y'all and campaigning on what it is that you guys want. Makes no sense, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, Democrats love people like that. Democrats love people that, even when the other side is going to campaign and give y'all what y'all want, what y'all been asking for, y'all still gonna side with the Democrats, right? I say this all the time with my people, black people. You got the other side that's literally saying, hey, we see how they dropping these immigrants, illegal migrants off in y'all areas, y'all neighborhoods, making y'all neighborhoods as if y'all neighborhoods wasn't bad and piece of crap already. This is gonna make it worse. They not dropping them off in affluent white neighborhoods, the same cast that's over here donating to these politicians that's aiding and wanting these open borders. They not dropping them off in the Hollywood Hills. They not dropping them off in Martha's Vineyard. They not dropping them off in Napa. They dropping them off in East Oakland. They dropping them off in Hunters Point, Bayview, San Francisco. They dropping them off on the east side of San Jose. They dropping them off on the south side of Chicago, the west side of Chicago. They opening up migrant borders and shelters over there. They're not opening them up on the north side of Chicago. They not opening them up in the suburb part of Chicago. They not opening up migrants in the Hamptons. They not opening up migrant camps on Billionaires Row. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all, for some odd reason, we keep on supporting and voting for this. We keep on wanting to support and vote for Joe Biden. All Joe Biden got to go off of is abortion rights with Roe v. Wade. Which, if you think about it, even if you hear Trump talk about the whole thing with abortion, it's like, look, it's up to the voters, the American people, to decide. I'm not for complete outright banning of abortion, but I want the voters and the people in their state to talk about it, debate it out, and come together with a common sense plan that everybody's going to be satisfied with on doing this. Some odd reason that's the wrong thing. The wrong thing. You just, it's just ridiculous. If you are a state where you're going to outright, no, you want abortion no matter what, then okay. Perfect. If you live in a state where you feel like that's not fair, however the abortion rights is, that's not fair, okay, well, you ain't got to stay in that state. You can move or just thug it out. Be more responsible. Take control of your life. Be more conscious of your life and make better decisions in your life. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. We can argue, because I know everybody wants, well, what about the people who, if it's the life of the baby or the mother, then what's going to happen? Like I said, debate all that out. Establish that. Talk to your congressman or congresswoman. That's what Trump. That's all Trump was saying, that this is not a federal issue. This is something that needs to be handled by the states. Plain and simple. Like I said, everybody looks to the federal government to solve everybody's problem and make this the rule of the land when it shouldn't be. A lot of stuff that, the federal government is taking on and want to increase our taxes on so that way they can fund all this stuff, it's all BS. It's all stuff that the federal government doesn't need to really get involved with. But like I said, that's their thing. They want to just make everything broad and ambiguous and no, let's just have it. Let's just have it the rule of the land, period. And a lot of stuff doesn't need to be. A lot of these local and state politicians, they just lazy. They just want everything just to be under the rolled into the federal government and that's it. And you know what I'm saying? They ain't got to worry about doing their jobs. It's just crazy. But all right, y'all, that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Man, like I said, man, if y'all feeling the content, y'all loving it, man, please like, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. Please follow me, Instagram, Twitter, ViciousV Official. Please cop that merch. Head to realrichmondllc.com. Check out the merch, man, support. And man, we going up, man. I thank and appreciate everybody that's subscribing, man. My subscribers is going up like crazy, and I'm trying to get to that goal. Man. Let's get to 1,000 real quick, like I said. So please subscribe. Let's get it up. Let's run these numbers up so we can keep providing y'all with this content. This is the weekend show with ViciousV. I'm kicking it off every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. And this is what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? This is what we doing. And be on the lookout. Like I say, Empire Builders, we kicking that off pretty soon. It's going to be during the weekday. So make sure y'all subscribe to that, Empire Builders. The link to that channel is in the description. And like I said, if y'all feeling the music, man, out now, all digital outlets, ViciousV. Just look me up and stream that thing. Put me on y'all playlist. You know what I'm saying? Slap me on the daily. You heard? So